in the cross, in the cross, at the cross, at the cross. The cross where we bring all our differences. The cross that is there for cleansing. Our last podcast, we started with regionalization, and this is regionalization part 2. We are encouraging all of us United Methodists to develop a regional concept, to go regional. Because regionalization is about self-determination. Regionalization is about giving a people in a region a voice. Regionalization will help us to contextualize our theology from our own context. The concept of regionalization promotes the mission of the United Methodist Church through relevance, equity, and thrust. The way forward to keep the United Methodist Church alive and relevant in a worldwide context is through regionalization. Regionalization addresses the mandate of Jesus Christ, when he said, "Go into all the world and make disciples of all nations." Starting from your Jerusalem, going to your Samaria, your Judea, and to the uttermost part of the world. Bring to play mission and ministry in your culture, tradition, and political context. Regionalization for us helps to decolonize the church. As the church stands today, is deeply rooted in American culture. It's US-centric. American culture and American laws and traditions. When regionalization takes place, what you will be telling the world, this worldwide United Methodist Church, is that we respect your laws, we respect your traditions, we respect your culture. All of them come to take place now. It is not just about the US and all of that. We have other laws, culture, tradition, theological thoughts, and experiences that come from outside of the US. We need to bring all of that to the table as we think about regionalization and all of that. We all need to bring our differences, our diversity to God's table. We need to come to God's table with our faults and failure, with all of our frailties, and bring it to God's table. We need to come with our culture, tradition, our context to the cross where grace and mercy is found. We need to come just as we are to God's table for cleansing, bringing our culture, our context, our tradition, and our laws so that Christ can cleanse it. We need to come to the table to be renewed. And when we come with all our baggage, with all that we have, our traditions, our context, our culture, our politics, and all of that, and bring it to the table, it is God who cleanses it. It is God who cleanses our table. I mean, our lives, and so it is He who renews us, who makes us a new person, because we've come to Him in sincerity, we've come to Him with all that we have. At the table, at God's holy table, He gathers us and renews us. At God's table, He calls us to come from our different culture and context and tradition and come to Him just as He is. So my siblings in Christ, doing mission and ministries through regionalization is doing mission and ministry in context. It is when we all bring our differences, our frailties, our weaknesses, our strength to God's table. And God can take it and use it for his purpose of reaching out to the world. When we come to God's table with our culture and our context, we are saying, here we are. Take us and remake us in your image and send us back into the world. When we come to our table through our regional context, God sends us back to our people and say, use your context, use what you have, use the resources at your level, and then go back to your people and reach out for me. It is in regionalization that the relevant equity and trust is built. I urge all of us to consider regionalization as we go forth, so that we can have the voice that we need to be the people who we are, so that we can have the self-determination to build our church in our community, in our area, in our Jerusalem, so that we can have the theological experiences to contextualize our theology, so that we can reach out to our Judea and our Samaria, so that we can know that everyone is different. But around God's table, he uses our difference for his own good. I come to the end of today's podcast. Next week, the next podcast will be on regionalization and equity, the level of equity it brings to the region. My siblings, thank you for listening. But let's know that we are to go regional if this church will have to grow exponentially. Thank you.